Hey, this is Rick Theriault, your Maine real estate guide, and today I'm on location in the town of Medway, Maine, on 9.8 plus or minus surveyed acres of riverfront land on the Penobscot River. So this is a fantastic property to build a camp, build a house, park a camper, put up a yurt. I mean, the sky's the limit. You can do whatever you want. There's no limitations here. This is got great access. It's very private location down here. All you can hear right now is the breeze through the trees and the chirping of birds from where I'm located. So let's take a walk on this 9.8 plus or minus surveyed acres, coming to market at $129,000. So first off, you've got great access. This is be a shared gravel road with the folks to the right, and the property I'm selling is to the left. So this would be shared access along this road. There is also another deeded right-of-way at the far end of the property, and if you go to our website, located at lifestylepropertiesofmaine.com, where you'll have access to maps and everything, you can see both the 50-foot deeded right-of-way on the far end of the property, as well as this road highlighted on the map. Now, the good thing about this particular road here is if you wanted to run utility power down to the property here on the river, it would be a little bit of a distance, but nonetheless, it can be done. And there's already a permit in place to cross. There's a utility line right at the end of the screenshot here, and that permit is already in place. So you can run utility power across that utility line down the driveway and to the property. So let's take a walk on this beautiful, beautiful lot. So the Penobscot River is Maine's largest or longest river that's entirely within the state of Maine. It drains almost 8,700 square miles of land, and the two main stems of the Penobscot River are the east branch and the west branch of the Penobscot. And they come together in the town of Medway, just upriver from this property, and form the main stem of the Penobscot. Now, the east branch, which begins at Grand Lake Matagamon, is a very wild stretch of river with lots of water, waterfalls and rapids, but it's a fantastic canoe trip. It would take about 4 days to paddle from Grand Lake Matagamon down to this location, which could be done. The west branch of the Penobscot River is probably Maine's most renowned landlocked salmon fishery. It's most of the summer has fantastic caddis hatches, and lends itself well to dry fly fishing for landlocked salmon. It's world-class fishery. So, and here in the town of Medway, this section of river is largely a small lake. It's about 7 miles of impoundment between the dam in Medway and the dam in Mattawamkeag, Weldon Dam. So you have a real nice placid section of river that is one of Maine's best smallmouth fisheries. So if you really like cast into a hungry smallmouth, this is a great place to fish. I've guided many a fisherman here, and I'll let you in on a little tip. Just upstream from here, just below the Weldon Dam, there's a lot of structure up there, and it's great fishing for smallmouth. If you want to go up there throughout the summer, you'll catch fish there all summer long. It's beautiful. But here we are on the riverbank. Now, this lot sets high above the river. There's over 819 feet of frontage on the Penobscot River, which you can see down below you. Now, there is absolutely zero chance of this property flooding. So whatever building you do up here, flood insurance will not be required. There's plenty of elevation between here and the river down below. Now there are lots of beautiful level locations here to either build a cabin or build a house along the river. Put a couple of tent platforms and just use it seasonally to recreate on. And largely, this is a mixed wood forest, but there's a tremendous amount of pine and oak here with some smattering of other species like spruce and maple, a few cedar, but a lot of pine and oak. It's really quite a beautiful property. There's a nice grove of oaks right here along the riverbank. So if you're looking for a riverfront lot to either come up here seasonally, and I'll tell you, today is one of the days that we just love in Maine. It's going to be a daytime high of about 70. The nice breeze, plenty of sunshine. Just about perfect. Got a nice trail right along the river. And I'm going to show you a couple of places because this is a high riverbank, but I've walked the entire property and I've identified a couple of places where if you wanted to have like a section of floating dock, that could be arranged. There are a couple of places where you could improve the riverbank a little bit so you would have easy access to either leave a canoe or small boat or whatever on a section of floating dock. You'd want to rig up something so that in the fall you could pull it out of the river up on the riverbank, and you could do that with a couple of small winch or something. It'd be easy enough to do. So the town of Medway is conveniently located right off of I-95, and this property is roughly 5 miles to the interstate, so it's really easy access from points south or north. The town of Medway has a population of just under 1,200 people. And you'll find a couple of gas stations, restaurants, convenience stores. In the adjacent town of East Millinocket, you'll find Ellis's Grocery, which is a great place to pick up your groceries. Pretty convenient to here. It's roughly, I don't know, maybe 8 minutes from here. Just check out this site here in particular. Look how nice and level it is. And it goes out there, 250, 300 feet or so, all pretty much at the same elevation. This would be an easy place to build or park a camper or what have you. And the Penobscot is right there. Got a beautiful breeze coming off the water. This is just a lovely, lovely, lovely location. So again, this property is 9.8 surveyed acres. Stakes are in the ground. I have the survey plan on my dining room table at home. 819.9 plus or minus feet of frontage on the Penobscot River for $129,000. Here's another nice grove of oak trees with the river out beyond. So this location, currently there's no utilities run to here. You do have the right to run them, and the permit is in place to do so. But you could be out here off grid. You could just run a small generator if you had a camp here, or you could run utility power and live here year round. This would be a great location. Check out this magnificent old oak tree, and that probably a lot of the younger oaks that are scattered around throughout here originated from this tree here. This has been here a long time. It's got to be 5 feet in diameter at the base here. Just a very cool tree. And I mentioned there's a beautiful trail that follows the riverbank right along the bank's edge here. It's a very pleasant walk with a cup of coffee in the morning just to check out what's going on. This area here, in my opinion, would probably be the easiest place to have a section of dock with pretty easy access to the river. You'd have to clear a couple of trees. Nothing earth-shattering though. And maybe put in a set of steps to get you right down to the river. So again, this section of river is largely a small lake. It's about 7 miles from Weldon Dam to just upriver on the east branch of the Penobscot. There's a set of rips up there, so between here and there, you can use outboards pretty readily. And beyond there, you probably want to have a canoe because it gets a little bony in the summer. But here, plenty of water, lots of fish here. You spend some time exploring, finding the structure. There's a lot of smallmouth here. Penobscot River supports pretty much all the fish that you can catch in Maine. You'll find brook trout, landlocked salmon. The Penobscot still has a population of Atlantic salmon that migrate up, and there is a fishway on Weldon Dam to help those migratory fish make it up above Weldon and head up river up on the east branch to their spawning grounds upriver. We'll work our way down to the far end of the property here. We're almost there. Let's go this way. Along the river here, you'll see lots of wildlife. Here's some evidence of some of your neighbors on this property. Got a family of beaver that probably wintered near here. These are where they cut some young hardwood to feed on through the winter. You'll see bald eagle, ospreys. I found some moose tracks in the road this morning. Obviously, you'll find some white-tailed deer. Look at all these oak leaves on the ground. So you get a pretty good crop of acorns in the fall. And here's one of those survey markers I mentioned. So if you've been looking for a piece of riverfront land to either build a camp, build a house, park a camper, or just come visit from time to time, take a close look at this one right off the Patagumpus Road here in Medway, Maine. 9.8 surveyed acres, 819.9 plus or minus feet of frontage on Maine's Penobscot River, all for $129,000. You can give Rick Theriault, your Maine real estate guy, a call at area code 207-731-9902, and let's take a walk on this beautiful piece of property.